Attention please. This uploading is only for educational purpose. No intention to infringe copyrights. Learning English with subtitles. GPITRAL. Follow us.
It's a 5-hour drive. Barry doesn't mind.
Isla lies on the back seat of the car.
Okay, we're here, little girl. Here you go. Come here. I know you hate the rain, don't you? Yeah, you ready to go in? Sure. Let's go.
Barry carries her inside.
You ready?
The vet school is set up like a real veterinary clinic.
Okay, let's head this way. We're just gonna relax in here for a little while.
This is a client waiting room.
Yeah, nice comfy chair. Here you go. Wanna run around a little bit?
He sets her down on the ground gently.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey. Hey, Isla.
Dr. Trina is an old friend of Barry's.
Hey, sweetie.
She wants to see if Isla's condition is something that could be fixed with surgery.
I am checking for proprioception, so I want to see if she recognizes that her feet are turned over. A normal dog would recognize and flip their toes right away, and so she does not have proprioception. And we're also looking at, palpate down along her back, and she's got movement in both back legs, so that's what we call motor. And then we
Dr.
checked her-
Trina notices something extremely unusual.
So she's got a spinal compression or abnormality of her cord somewhere in this area, right here. And what we can also see on her is that normal dogs have 7 lumbar vertebrae. And when we look at the radiographs, she is missing a couple of lumbar vertebrae, and the ones that she has are very malformed.
This x-ray shows the problem. Isla has 2 less bones in her lower back than a normal dog. 2 of the 5 remaining bones are malformed. The little dog's spine is in 3 pieces.
She was probably born this way, and what is likely going on here is that the vertebral malformation, so the bone malformation, is causing compression of her spinal cord. And what I don't know is whether at this point she's better than she was when she was younger, or if she's getting worse. And so we're going to plan to do some diagnostic tests to see exactly where the compression is, and then make some decisions about what the best route of treatment would be for her, whether it's surgery now, or whether it's surgery later. But whatever it is, we want to do what's best for her. So overall, she otherwise seems to be in pretty good health. Heart sounds good. She's bright, alert, and otherwise happy. And I think she's very lucky in that whatever this is that's going on, I don't think is painful either. So she seems to be quite comfortable. Yeah. Do you want to come with me? Come to the spa? The ABC spa? Yep. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, everyone's gonna fall in love with her.
Oh, yes, I think she's going to be very popular. She's going to be very popular while you're here? Yeah.
They're going to keep Isla at the college for a few days to do some more tests.
Isla is carried out.
Isla went to UPEI. It was to have a CT scan done to see if we could fix the problems in her back. Unfortunately, she wasn't a candidate for surgery just because of the type of growth abnormality it was. The goal of spinal cord surgery is to open up the canal so that the actual nerve doesn't die, or the nerve has room to transmit the signals. In her case, it was too far past what surgery would help.
Commercial break.
Goodness, you don't know me.
This is Peg. She's a special lady.
Peg's a really good friend. I've known her for 16 years now. I knew Peg could handle this with her easily. She's helped me out so many times. Almost every animal in her house came from me somehow, indirectly or directly. And she always takes the really difficult cases, and she does a great job with them. So as soon as I saw the animal, I knew that Peg popped to mind right away.
You're a little amiga.
Isla will be living with Peg, but she'll still be spending plenty of time with Dr. Barry, who will be heading up her care team.
The plan was never to keep her. I agreed that I'd bring her up, help the Cuban group out. And it turns out it's not like from an injury. She was actually born this way. She's missing 2 of her vertebrae in her back. She should have 7 and she only has 5.
Which leaves her floppy.
Exactly. She just doesn't have the neurologic control that a normal dog would. I knew Peg had taken on many difficult cases over the years. They just become her dogs. I mean, she doesn't actively go out rescuing, but everyone kind of knows that she's quite capable of handling problem dogs. She has a background of a nurse, so she is able to do some nursing care, and she understands a lot of the medical conditions these dogs might come with. And so that's why it was a good fit for Isla, because at least she understood, the neurologic problems that Isla was going to have long term.
Look, all right. Woohoo!
Isla is carried out by a man as Peg holds open the door for them.
She's off to her new home. A few weeks later, Isla is back with her old pal, Dr. Barry. This humble address is the home of a state-of-the-art pet prosthetics workshop.
All right. Oop, I gotcha. So here, I just temporarily put everything together because I anticipate making changes.
They've been trying out a back brace to keep the pieces of Isla's spine aligned, but it's just not a perfect fit.
I'm gonna have to heat this up and spread it open like this here because she's kind of got a little girth here. Before it was the length, my issue.
In fact, nothing Barry and his professional colleagues can do seems to help Isla.
How's that girl doing, girl? How's that feeling? How's that feeling? I know it's not as warm as it was in Cuba, is it?
No.
They keep trying, and after months of massage, physiotherapy, and TLC, Isla's a brand new dog. Well, almost.
Yeah, too big to be picked up now. She's like 4 times her size. Okay, let's see how you go. Huh? She's doing really well. I mean, compared to the way she used to be. You want to come down the hallway? Come on, Isla. You're going to go to your dad, aren't you? Maybe Dad's going to have to come down the hallway. She used to drag herself around, and now she's up all the time, although the back end's wobbly.
There's nothing that can be done for her condition. But her quality of life has improved immeasurably.
Good girl. The whole goal here was to help Isla out, and as long as things are working out for Isla, which they obviously are, she's up on 4 legs, which she wasn't a few months ago, I think it's all worth it to be able to see her run up and down the hallway. Let's go. Makes you feel good that so many people can get involved in helping one dog.
I think with Dr. Barry, he certainly got into the correct profession because he can give back so much to his community, and not just his community, all over the world. He definitely does it for the love of it and because he wants to do it. You know, there's no secret agenda. He just wants to help wildlife, and he wants to help all living things, dogs, cats, wildlife, you name it.
Dr. Barry's not the only friend of Hope's with a big heart and a love for dogs.
You're being silly.
I'm antsy. I want them to get here. It's making me nervous. They should be here any minute, though, so.
Today is a big day for a Hope for Wildlife volunteer who's committed her life to saving animals. Tiffany was the first volunteer we met at Hope for Wildlife.
Wow, cut it right up there. I have a little trouble making meatballs, so I'm gonna have to suck it up big time to be cutting the meat off an animal's bones, but this is what I want to do, so.
She didn't know quite what she was getting herself into back then.
Past footage plays.
Tiffany has really grown over the years. From the day I met her, she had this very strong passion and desire. So I never questioned that. I never really knew how long she would come as a volunteer, or if she'd be a lifer, as we call them, or not. But our relationship has grown so much because she now works at the City Pound dealing with domestic animals, and she volunteers for other groups too. And she still has kept her passion for wildlife.
Today, Tiffany has marshaled dozens of people together for an international mission of mercy. It's part of her work with a volunteer organization called the Animal Rescue Corps.
Footage plays of officials entering a property.
Tiffany's work with them began last year at this bust, a horrible hoarding case in Tennessee.
Malnourished dogs are carried out.
Tiffany will never forget the scenes of abuse and neglect she saw.
Man, even with this on, the smell is unreal.
And she was inspired by the group's leader, Scotland, who has saved thousands of animals in need.
So Animal Rescue Corps now owns all but 5 of these dogs.
Tiffany's since gone on 2 more rescue missions with them. It was on a rescue in California that Tiffany realized she could do more to help.
I decided to take it upon myself to text a couple rescues in Nova Scotia. I only texted about 3 or 4, and it just snowballed. Everyone in the Maritimes, like New Brunswick, PEI, and Nova Scotia, just opened their arms and ran with it, and before I knew, we had 2 transports on their way to Nova Scotia.
50 dogs are arriving today. Tiffany's coordinated a half-dozen rescues to take the dogs in.
Hi. So I'm Tiffany. I'm the crazy lady that was frantically emailing everyone from California. ARC is going to be here very shortly, so I'm very excited. It's kind of like the moment of truth. I feel like I could be sick or pass out or something. I'm not really sure yet.
It's a red-letter day. Some folks are meeting new pets. Some will be fostering dogs and finding them homes. The media have turned out for the moment the convoy of compassion arrives.
Here they come.
Scotland personally drove the dogs more than 6,000 kilometers.
Yes.
Even he can't believe what Tiffany's accomplished.
Well, clearly I'm touched by the compassion that's being exhibited here today. None of this would have been possible if it weren't for Tiffany. When we did this hoarding case, I said to Tiffany, you know, if you can place any animals in Halifax, that would be great. And so she goes wandering off. And about a half an hour later, she comes back and says, I think I got 15 dogs placed. Wow, wonderful. Thank you, Tiffany. 2 hours later, I got 30 dogs placed. Within 24 hours, she had 100 dogs placed. I had to actually stop her.